If you woke up on the right side of the bed today, and if you don't, that you get back in the bed and try again. And if you don't do that, that you begin to pray about your day, that God would redeem your day so that the whole day wouldn't be bad. You can change your mindset at any moment. That's something that I've learned as a believer, as a therapist, as a mom, as a wife. You can change your day, your mindset at any moment because you can change your thoughts at any moment. You can change your perspective, your outlook at any moment. So just remember that the next time that you're seemingly having an off day or a bad day, that you are in control of that. You know, you're not in control over what happens during your day, but you're in control over your response. So, with that being said, my name is Anissa L. Wesley, and this is my YouTube channel. I let me go. I go live every morning on my walk morning, and I share what the Lord has given me in regards to revelation, in regard to um, which I use, in regards to revelation, in regards to uh, just things that I'm dealing with in life. Hold on, doggy. Okay. And you know, sharing how to put your feet to your face. So that's what I do almost every day these days on my walks. Now, I can't say how long the Lord is going to allow me. I'll wait till the next one. Um, I can't say how long He's going to allow me to go live every morning, but for now, that's what's been going on. Good morning. Hello there. Thank you for joining in. My name is Anissa L. Wesley. This is my YouTube channel. I hope that you would subscribe to my YouTube channel before you go today, because I believe that you have not found my page by mistake, by accident. I don't believe in I don't believe in coincidences. So if you're here today, it's your first time, I would highly recommend you subscribe, and especially if you want to come back next time. If you're being encouraged, if you are curious about what else I've been talking about, you can go back on my page. You can look at my playlist. Um, and honestly, you can just go in and be encouraged. So the last couple of days, we've been kind of talking about finishing things, right? Finishing things. And we've been on the matter of knowing that God is a God who finishes what He starts. But are we people that finish what He started in us? And some people might say, well, it's not His responsibility to finish what we start. Or no, sorry, it's not our responsibility to finish what God starts, because it says God will finish what He starts in you. And partially that is true. However, faith, good morning, faith without works is dead. So, how do you reconcile those two, right? Knowing good and well that God can do anything, but that He also gives us free will. So He can begin something in you, He can plant a seed in you, He can give you instructions, but He always gives us the choice of whether we're going to follow what He's called us to do. And so I gave everybody the homework assignment because I'm a therapist and I love to give you homework to, pray and ask God, what are things that you have started in me, Lord, that I have I have not been a partner with you in, I've not been a partner with you in, and I've either not started it or I procrastinated on it. I've allowed many things to hinder me from completing the assignments that you've given me. Ask God to show you what those things are and create a list. I want you to create, yesterday I talked about the finishers list, but I want you to also create a starters list. What do you need to start today, this week, that God has told you to start maybe years ago, right? Oh, I was sharing a story yesterday, I don't think I finished it, about how over 10 years ago, um, I was really interested in writing a book and I was looking into a Christian publishing company. I can't remember their name right now, but I had someone in my life who was like, and not even just one person, but several people um, were saying similar things like, oh, well, you can't write a book because you don't have any, what do you call it, notoriety, or, nobody's going to listen to what you say because you're not licensed in your field yet. And I will tell you this, if you allow a title, an accolade, or notoriety to stop you from doing what God is calling you to do. So there may be times where God tells you like, no, this is not the right time, you know, for you to accomplish this. This is not what I'm calling you to do in this time because God is a true a timekeeper. He's truly a time, sensitive person. Like he wants things to be done in his timing. But um God works all things together for the good. So even though I kind of got afraid to write the book that time, 10 years later, or I don't know how many years later, to be honest, I wrote a book in 2022. It became the number one bestseller on Amazon. And on my cover, I purposely did not put any of my credentials, right? I did not put any of my credentials because I wanted my identity to be the daughter of God and not my credentials. Now, did I talk about my credentials in the book? Of course. My experience, I talk about being licensed, I talk about having my own business, I talk about all the things that I've gone through, but I did not share that on the cover because sometimes people will see that on the cover and they'll think, oh, the person must know what they're talking about, right? Or whatever the case. I purposely didn't do it because of the conversations that I had 10 years prior. To prove a point, I'm a number one best-selling author by the grace of God without putting my credentials in the forefront like that. So um, I did have a publisher and everything like that. So, you know, praise to God because I would not have even known what to do or how to do it. But in the moment where God was telling me to write this book, He also put everything in alignment that I needed to write the book. You can find that on Amazon. It's called Please Excuse My Brave: Overcoming Fear and Living Out Your Purpose. It's a purple cover. And um, you can also just type in my name on Amazon, Anissa L. Wesley. You'll find it there. But yesterday, I just cannot get over this revelation that I got yesterday about people having these projects done. I specifically saw books that have been fully written, but for some reason they keep putting them through an editing process, or you know, they have these songs that they've written and they just haven't released because they're afraid of what people might think or something else. They have this business that they haven't started because they feel like the market is saturated and they won't have a place. And I just think that grieved my spirit yesterday because it's just so sad to know that you're holding somebody else back from their freedom. You're holding somebody else back from experiencing freedom through you, through your experience, through your testimony, through your words, um, through whatever you provide in your practice or your business. And you know, there are certain people, there are certain people assigned to you. Um, that they're assigned to you. That you're supposed to minister to them. You're supposed to help them along their journey, but you're scared. And that is sad. And so today, I want you to begin to get one step closer, one step at a time, to putting out whatever it is that the Lord has put on your heart to put out, right? When someone is like, well, He hasn't really told me to put out anything. I don't think I have anything to share. And just think about this. What have you been learning lately? Have you been in your word? Have you been in prayer? Anything that the Lord gives us um, should bear fruit. And a lot of times our fruit is meant to be shared unless He tells you not to, right? There's certain things I don't share publicly, but we all have something to share, especially if we've been spending time with God. And this is why the number one reason holding people back from doing the things that they feel called to do is fear. And starting October 1st, we are going to be starting the Fall Out of Fear Fast. So I want you to sign up for my email list so that you can get those instructions this week about the Fall Out of Fear Fast. It's going to be amazing. Um, and we are going to kick fear out of our life. Okay. So I want you to remember that you have everything you need to live your life bravely and that you can do all things through Christ, which strengthens you. All right. Have a wonderful week.